I love my back porch so much, but everything is getting way heat stressed. I'm going to start in this corner, fixing things up for fall. This Persian shield and the, oh God, I think it's sage. I'll check on that. I am going to take that out of the pot and I'm going to plant it over in the shade garden. So, see how that goes. This is just an auger that we bought and we attached it to just a standard drill. But it is a lifesaver for digging holes, especially in this area. Of course, you hit these rocks about every half inch, but it definitely helps break up the soil. Is probably one huge root ball at this point. It's been very unhappy. I think it'll be much happier in the ground here. It's planted along with the blue sage, which was gorgeous on the front porch. The blue sage needs a bit more sun than we get here. This is really a shade garden, but I have a feeling separating those might be a problem. So let me see when I get it out of the pot. Just putting in biotone. Give it a good start. And there is an azalea here, and as I said, a clerodendron here. I'm not too worried about that one disappearing because I have one 2 feet over, but I really want things to be more densely planted here so it starts to fill in. It's all an experiment. Oh yes, one massive root ball. Break up the roots a little bit. There's probably a little more sun this way, so I kind of like that look better. All right, let's see how that works. Step back. Yeah, I like that. Let's see if it comes back any better than it was doing in the pot. So one of the things I'm doing here is upplanting a few pots because clearly it's become very overgrown. This is purslane, 3 different colors. It was gorgeous a couple months ago. I'll post a photo here. So I'm going to add some soil. This is the same pot that I took the Persian shield and the blue sage out of and planted in the shade garden. And I'm going to add some 10-10-10 garden food. I did a little research, and from my understanding, the purslane appreciates that a little bit more than the biochar. So, it's all an experiment. And let's see how root bound all this purslane is. get in here without breaking too many of the branches. Oh, not too horribly bad. It's got some roots going around, which you don't like to see, but it really isn't a lot, so it's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. But I think it'll still be happier in this larger pot and probably away from the pond for a little while. It gets pretty brutal sun there. And normally these love sun, but as you can see, it's kind of looking stressed. And we'll see how it does on the porch. First time I go around with the soil, I'm basically just pinning the plant where I want it in the middle of the pot. The second time I go around, I fill in between the old root ball and the pot. I put the purslane back where the Persian shield and blue sage that I put out in the shade garden, put in the same location. Still obviously not happy with this area. I'm hoping that'll perk up because this was just gorgeous several months ago. Definitely need to add plants in here. Really surprised the petunias hung on. This is one from March, so gotta give it a chance since it's lived through the summer here. This is just 48 hours later. Look at all of those blooms. Definitely, I think it loves being in this larger pot. So it's time to finish this corner. The Persian shield and the blue sage is doing very well in the shade garden. The purslane here has definitely perked up and improved, is greening up, and clearly quite a few more flowers. And this petunia, I thought was pretty much on its way out. It seems to be perking back up. So the plan today is this larger pot, which I had originally put in some pom-pom dahlias. They're great. They look healthy. They look pretty. I basically stuck them here until I could figure out where in the yard I wanted them. I'm still not sure whether I want them to go out into the yard yet or not. So temporarily, I'm going to be moving those to a smaller pot just until I decide. And I'm going to be planting something new in here today. So that should make this corner look pretty for the fall. Okay, step one, take out the pom-pom dahlias. And temporarily, I'm going to put them in the same pot that the purslane was in prior to planting it here. So, just basically going to move them. And I might move this out of the way while I'm working in here. And again, they look healthy. They're just not going to fill in this pot the way I originally thought it would. That's good for now. And what I bought today from Costco for $14.99 is this very large pot, 2.5-gallon marigolds. They look so beautiful. I just thought for the fall that this would be a wonderful addition. So, if you look, I ripped a hole. First of all, the soil is moist, but you can see it's pretty far down, and many of the roots are exposed at this point on the marigold itself. I'm going to leave this bag here just to make it more manageable on the top, and I'll take that off last. But let me remove the plastic from the bottom. And I'm just going to plant it into this larger pot. It will definitely fill out quickly and fill this area in nicely. Okay, so now you can get a better look at the roots, at the base of the plant. You can see the soil is pretty much receded. That's just probably from a lot of watering, and the roots are actually showing. So I want to make sure the soil line goes at least up to this point. I'm just going to use plant tone for this. Around in here. Alright, let's see how this looks. Wow. That is so root bound. It is not even funny. I'm going to break this up. There's a chance to throw its roots out into the new soil. Yeah, this guy's going to be real happy to get out of there. Okay. All right. Okay, and again, I just want to leave this bag in place for the upper part of the plant because it'll be much easier to get the soil where it needs to go without having to try to get around all of the branches. Okay, so all goes back in. I'm not a mess with the flowers too much. Ah, so pretty. Oh, that is beautiful. These guys starting to come out. Okay, which side do I like the most? Let's see. I think over here. A little. And I'll put these last two over here.